What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with RK Outpost and geeksandgamers.com, and Jamel Hill is in the news again for something she said on Twitter. You can see right here, this was yesterday. If you vote for Donald Trump, you are a racist. You have no wiggle room. Now, you may remember Jamel Hill as someone who used to work at ESPN. She was, I'm not going to say fired, but she ended up mutually parting ways with the company and moving on. That was in the aftermath of her being suspended after calling Trump a white supremacist, and also advocating a boycott of the NFL because of something Jerry Jones said. They decided it probably a little bit too much, parted ways with her. Well, this wouldn't be an issue because Jamel Hill's free to say whatever she thinks, but she's working for ESPN again, technically, even if she doesn't want to admit it, and even if ESPN doesn't want to answer for her, because of course, you can see Jamel Hill right here on Twitter a couple months ago, or no, actually earlier this month, very excited to announce that I'll be serving as a producer on Colin Kaepernick's docuseries as part of his production deal with ESPN/Disney and the content collaboration with The Undefeated. I consider it an honor to play any role in telling Colin's story. So, of course, the Colin Kaepernick documentary is going to be produced by Jamel Hill. That is going to be on ESPN. She is getting paid right now through Disney, through ESPN. So she is an employee, however, even if she doesn't want to say it. Now, Clay Travis and Outkick the Coverage have a little war going on right now the past several hours with Jamel Hill. The Outkick crew reached out to ESPN to ask if the network agreed with Jamel Hill that all Donald Trump voters were racist. ESPN said no comment. Really? Yes. ESPN, they said no comment when asked if they agreed with Jamel Hill that all Trump voters are racist. Now, I don't talk about my politics on here on this channel because it's about sports, and I think the vast majority of us would like for sports to just be about playing sports, non-political. That's why we watch these things, for escapism, for competitiveness, not to talk about current day politics. But so many people working at ESPN, it's very clear that if you think a certain way, it's acceptable. And if you don't, then it's not. We saw Adrian Wojnarowski just a couple weeks ago. We needed a Twitter mob to come out against him to get him suspended for saying F you to a senator, to a United States senator who is simply asking if it would be okay for an NBA player to wear Blue Lives Matter or say support our military or free Hong Kong. That's what Josh Hawley was asking. Adrian Wojnarowski suspended F you. If someone had said F you to, say, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, we know that person would be fired from ESPN immediately. But because they're thinking a certain way and you work there, you can take and tiptoe around it. They'll give you a slap on the wrist. It is hypocrisy going on. And so Clay Travis says this, Jamel Hill, I hate to spoil yet another sad attempt of yours to remain relevant. Clay Travis is becoming more and more relevant every day because more and more people are tuning into what he has to say, vice what people like Jamel Hill have to say. But I don't work for ESPN. I do not have an ESPN email address, a company badge, or a cubicle, nor will I. I'm good, Playboy. Enjoy. Of course, we just showed you Jamel Hill is working as a producer for the Colin Kaepernick series that is going to be on ESPN. De facto, she does work for ESPN. And it is funny to see because Outkick also found this. You know, after Jamel Hill said, if you vote for Donald Trump, you are a racist, you have no wiggle room. Of course, 3 years ago, she said this. Yes, my mother voted for Trump. She's been voting Republican since post-Bill Clinton. Outkick, the official Outkick Twitter, says, Jamel, is your mom racist? Absolutely crushed. But it is interesting. Now, this is the article from Outkick itself. Disney/ESPN silent as new contributor Jamel Hill says all Trump voters are racist. And they talk about Woj putting that out there to Republican Senator Josh Hawley, saying F you like that. We saw what Curt Schilling said. When Curt Schilling said something that may be considered semi-controversial, he got fired immediately because it wasn't the right way to think at ESPN for the mainstream media. But now there's double standards. For people like Woj, they have to push them to even get suspended. For people like Jamel Hill, they're not going to say anything. They say no comment when asked. That is what ESPN has turned into, and it is an absolute joke right now. But honestly, look at what Jamel Hill says. Wow, that's really popular on Twitter. I guess we should just be okay with that. That's what ESPN seems to think right now. But unfortunately, that's not going to help their viewership, and that's not going to help their long-term longevity when you're talking about ESPN, because fewer and fewer people are watching because of what they are doing, because of what they are pushing. It's becoming clear to so many people. Let me know your thoughts on all of this, on Jamel Hill, on Outkick, and the little war that they have going on. Do you think that ESPN should say anything? Do you think that, regardless, people should be able to say whatever they want? So if you think that it's okay for Jamel Hill to come out and say this, do you also think it's okay for anyone right-leaning at ESPN to come and speak their thoughts, even though we know that will never happen? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later.